Well, welcome to the One Line Church devotional series. We cover the entire Bible in 20 months. Well, today's chapters are James chapter 2 and Proverbs 24. Now, I'm here in downtown Melbourne in this very trendy restaurant, and different people are coming in here. They're taking their seats. They're being served by the owners. And it says here, my brothers and sisters, believers in the Lord, do not show favoritism. And then it gives this example. It says if a homeless guy comes in here and he's all, dressed in shabby clothes, and you make him sit at the floor or sit at the door, and then a rich guy comes in and you say, come, we've got the prime seats for you. You've shown favoritism. And basically, God says that's evil and it's not right. And so whoever keeps the whole law, James goes on to say, yet stumbles over just one point is guilty of breaking it. So you might be doing everything right, but you're showing favoritism. You seem by God as a lawbreaker. It says you've got to fulfill the whole law. Now, obviously, that sets us up for understanding the righteousness of Christ that we're given in Jesus, is that we can't possibly, because we're going to stumble over something. Now he gets to a passage of scripture that's very contentious because people misread it. He says, what good is it, brothers and sisters, if someone claims to have faith but has no deeds? Can such faith save them? Now, he's not saying that your deeds save you. He's not disputing what saves you. Your trust in Jesus saves you. And so he's just asking that question. But he goes on to say, you know how you know that you're saved? That your faith will have genuine results. You won't carry on like you have been living before. And he says, suppose a brother or sister is without clothes, and you say to them, go on, peace be to you, off you go. He says, what use is that? And he says, the same thing. Faith without deeds. What use is that faith? Is it really faith at all? He says, you can believe that God exists. Good. He says, even the demons believe that, and they shudder. But that's not faith, just to believe God exists. No, faith. When you put your trust in God, when you put your hope in God, when you put everything relying on it, and He changes you, He transforms you, that's faith. You see, faith and actions, he says in verse 22, work together. You can't claim to have faith and it has no impact on your life. He says, let's have a look at Abraham. Abraham believed God. What did that wind up? That faith wound up in him sacrificing his son. It was incredible. The same with Rahab. Those are the two examples he gives. So James chapter 2 is not saying that your works save you. It's not saying that your good deeds get you into heaven. No, it just says your life is evidence that you have met Jesus because He's transformed you. Now you're living in a different way. Now, as we said before, James was influenced hugely by the Sermon on the Mount that Jesus spoke. I mean, he was Jesus' half-brother. And he was also influenced by the Proverbs. He often mentions Proverbs. Now, you're going to see a text in this particular proverb that he uses in James 2 that we used today. So we had Proverbs 24 today. By the wisdom, a house is built. And through understanding it is established. Through knowledge, its rooms are filled with rare and beautiful treasures. So what's the most important out of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding? Well, clearly it's wisdom. You build a life with wisdom. You establish it through understanding. So wisdom is the application of your understanding. Knowledge is just, facts that you accumulate. You just fill your house with that. That's what he's saying. Victory is won, another proverb here, through many advisors. You go through life thinking you've got all the answers, you're not going to win all your battles. For though the righteous fall 7 times, verse 16 says, they rise again, but the wicked stumble when calamity strikes. The thing about righteous people is not that they're not going to fall. It's not that they're not going to make mistakes. It's not that they're not going to have a disaster. It's that because they're sustained by something else, Jesus himself, they get up again and they go for it again. Now, here's the verse that influenced the writing of James in James 2. Can you believe it? Our 2 chapters today tie up. Verse 23 says, these are also the sayings of the wise. To show partiality in judging is not good. Remember, James 2 is all about partiality. Where did James get that from? He read the Proverbs. He listened to Jesus preaching and he read the Proverbs. Verse 27 says, put your outdoor work in order, get your fields ready. After that, build your house. If you're going into business, I'm in a coffee shop here, and I'm with a friend of mine who's actually just started a coffee shop. He didn't go into massive debt, decorating the whole place. No, he got it in order, got it earning money. Then he started spending money on it while it was generating money. That's what this verse is saying. Get your work in order, fields ready, and then after that, build the nice things, build the house after that. Well, I trust as you continue to read these chapters, God uses them to speak to you.